Can you hear me? You all there? Alright, let's do this. I was going to try and talk about, or try and stream through Twitch while doing this. But because I'm streaming through my phone, it doesn't look like it's going to let me. So, let's just go through this. I wanted to sit and talk for a while about the NXT TakeOver stuff I think is going to happen tonight. I believe that there's a couple of things that are going to happen pretty courageously through everything. And I haven't been watching NXT lately, but I should be. It's getting pretty exciting over there with all of their stuff that they're doing. It's definitely better than Raw, and it's definitely better than SmackDown. With that being said, the first match that's probably going to happen is the Johnny Gargano versus Tommaso Ciampa, and that's for it's an unsanctioned match, and this unsanctioned match, I believe, is gonna create a lot of different things for Tommaso Ciampa to go off. It's gonna allow him to use a lot of weapons, use a lot of strategies that you see in a brute type of wrestler. So I don't see I don't see Johnny Wrestling being the greatest person to fight. I mean, he's got a reason to fight Tommaso Ciampa, but as far as anything that he's going to be able to hurt him, I don't see that being the case. Whether they find a way for him to win, that could be a whole another story. But in the end, I do believe that they're gonna make it to where he wins the match. Tommaso Ciampa. So that's what's gonna happen with that one. The next match was, what was it? The Adam Cole versus EC3 versus Killian Dane versus Lars Sullivan versus Ricochet versus Velveteen Dream for the ladder match. And that there could be a really cool match to see, especially for EC3 coming to NXT and doing all the way he's gonna do. Watching him in NXT, he's rose up to being actually a decent wrestler, a decent performer. So it's going to be interesting to see how he does in the NXT brand. Seeing Ricochet, that's going to be the one that is going to get me the most with this match, is seeing how Ricochet does, because he's under the Lucha Underground. He was Prince Puma, I believe, in Lucha Underground, and he did a phenomenal job as Prince Puma, I believe. I seen it. I watched a couple of his matches. He did pretty well. Killian Dave and Velveteen Dream and Lars Sullivan, I haven't heard much about. Like I said, I haven't seen much of them. Um, like I said, I haven't been watching NXT lately, but I should be. I should be all caught up with it. But I just had other things I've been focused on lately. And I should really stop doing that because I criticize everybody doing the whole thing before saying anything, and I should really stop doing that. So I'm gonna work on that, guys. In that match, I believe that Adam Cole has a very strong chance to win. Whether he does, that's could be a whole nother thing. I mean, I also see EC3 and Ricochet winning it too, of course. But there's no way that Killian Dave or Lars Sullivan or anybody else like that, or Velveteen Dream is going to win that match. There's just not going to happen. Of course, if you agree with me or disagree with me, you can always, say it in the comments or, do whatever you want to do. But doesn't mean I'm going to agree with you. It is just what it is. We'll talk about it. We can always have a conversation. That's always, the best way to handle things is conversation. With that match, though, I do believe that something's going to happen with Adam Cole that is going to make it to where he's not going to participate in the tag team championship, and I believe the Undisputed Era is going to retain said titles somehow, and they're not going to fight in some sort of way. Again, I could be wrong, but watching wrestling for as long as I have, I think they're going to come up with some excuse, some other explanation that could be what happens. We'll see what happens. With the next match being the tag team, the tag team triple threat for the NXT titles. I believe that they're going to find a way that they're going to retain those titles. There's no way that Undisputed Era is going to lose those. So, but that match there, that's going to be it's supposed to be a triple threat with Undisputed Era, Adam Cole, and Kyle O'Reilly versus the Authors of Pain, Akam and Razor, versus Roderick Strong and Pete Dunne. And with that, there's no way that they're going to have Pete Dunne and Roderick Strong win the titles, because they're not even, they're not even a form of anything. They're just two separate entities they came together because of the stuff, what's that called? The Dusty Rhodes Classic. That's the only reason why they're together. So That's just the way that is. So in the end, on that match, I believe that Undisputed Era is totally going to win that. With Akeem and Razor, I believe that Monday or Tuesday. I think it's more possibly that they're going to end up going to the SmackDown on Tuesday night instead of going to Raw. Just because the tag team division there is so pumped right now. It would be better for them. They would have more storylines. They would have more things going on there for them to go there than to do anything else. I mean, not that they don't want to. Not that they don't want to see the Raw tag team titles have a division. But there's something that's gonna happen with Braun Strowman and WrestleMania on Sunday that nobody's gonna want to fight Braun Strowman. Now as I say that, I can think back on it and I can see Akam and Razor being the only two people that would be able to face somebody like Braun Strowman and whoever he's going to have for his tag team partner. So I could then again see them coming to Raw at some point. It would make sense. So I could see that they wouldn't start off Raw, but they would be in Raw in some shape or form. I could see that now. With the next match being Ember Moon versus Shayna Baszler for the women's NXT title. I see Shayna Baszler winning this one. I don't know if any of you guys really know much about Shayna Baszler, but she's a former MMA fighter, just like Ronda Rousey, and she's going to have this title for a little bit. It's not going to be long, but it's going to be a little bit. And they're going to move her up to the Raw division real quick. Just because I think here in the next 2 years, they're going to have the 4 horsewomen wrestling women. And that's Charlotte Flair, Becky Lynch, Sasha Banks, and Bayley. And they're going to have them go up against the 4 horsewomen of the MMA, and that's going to be Ronda Rousey, Shayna Baszler, and the other 2. I can't remember their names at this point, but that's who they're going to face. I believe that's going to happen by WrestleMania 35. I really do believe that that's going to happen. I see the whole thing with Ronda Rousey. She says she's going to, be in the WWE for a long time, and it's where she's, contractually obligated to be for the next couple of years. I don't know the whole specifics on that said contract. With the next thing that they're going to do with her is that they're not going to have her lose at WrestleMania. They're going to have her move on to this whole streak thing with Asuka and everything else, and they're going to have in the future they're going to have some sort of storyline with that as well, I believe. Again, this is all my opinion. You can always say what you want to say when you want to say it. You can disagree with me. You can agree with me. It's all good. I believe what they're going to do with Ember Moon is move her up to SmackDown here in the next 6 months. I don't think it's going to be right away. I think she's going to stay in NXT for another couple months and then go from there. And like I said, I haven't watched NXT for a while. I've been off and on with it. I like what they're doing with NXT. I've always liked what they've done with NXT. Even when it was before it was NXT, that when they had the competition stuff going with that, when Daniel Bryan was NXT and they had the whole manager, the whole mentorship kind of stuff, and it wasn't a brand then. It was a competition to create wrestlers. Even that concept of NXT seemed interesting to me. It's all just takes its time, and NXT became what it was, and it's pretty big now for its own brand and everything else. I think that's probably what Triple H was trying to do with NXT being what it was. I think he tried to create its own brand before, when all that stuff was. It just didn't had a more of a competition kind of mindset to it when it was what it was before. I don't know if anybody remembers when Barrett and Daniel Bryan and Ryback, it wasn't even Ryback then, it was somebody else. It was just to create wrestlers, and that's what this is. And these wrestlers have created themselves, and then they've not only done that, but they've created like just a whole other product for WWE in general, and I really like it. I do. I wish more of my friends liked it. I do. With the next match being the Andrade Cien Almas versus Aleister Black for the NXT title. And of course, Andrade Cien Almas is going to have his little girlfriend with him, Zelina Vega, who made him what he was, or what he is now. He wasn't the way that he was when he first came into NXT. When he first came into NXT, he was like a dancer, like a Caribbean freestyling spirit dancer type of character, and he, with this girl on his arm, he's more of a straight shooter, type of character, and it's honestly done good for him. I mean, he's the NXT champion. I mean, that's good. But I do believe that Aleister Black's going to win this match, and I do believe strongly that Andrade Cien Almas isn't done. That the competition isn't over with these two. There's going to be more stuff with what's going to happen here, and and it's gonna be cool to see. It definitely is. It's gonna be cool to see. But this Alistair Black character, I've really liked this character. I think that not that they try to do it with Baron Corbin, but uh, I think his character with Baron Corbin they're similar characters. This guy has just got more of a martial arts kind of beat to it. He's got, I mean, that they're both the lone wolf type of character. They're both, that black and metal and rock and hard going kind of stuff to it. So I think something's gonna happen with that pretty deeply, but I don't think that stuff's over said and done with at all. So you can take that to what it is. I mean, it's just what it is. I do believe that Zelina is going to get she's going to interfere in the match in some way, shape, or form. I don't think that is going to happen right away, but I believe something's going to happen. I'm in the middle of a match on main event. I'm still playing 2K17. I had somebody on my Twitch channel sit there and tell me, he was like, came into the channel and he's like, wow, you still playing 2K17? Told me I suck. I'm like, I just don't have 18 yet. I think there is reasons to get 18. I haven't gotten all the stuff with 17, and I restarted 17, and so now I'm trying to recalculate, re-grab everything from 17. So I'm not done with it yet. So until I'm done with it, I'm not going to get 18. I may not even grab 18 this year. I may just wait until 19 comes out and grab 19. Just start streaming 19 on Twitch on my channel on DGameMaker. What was it? Twitch.dgamemaker.tv, I think is what /dgamemaker, something like that. Look for me though. I mean, I don't always. I try and stream for at least a couple hours, and I go from there. I'm not too heavy into it. I'm just starting it. I'm just starting my channel stuff now, so I mean, it is what it is. But we'll see. We'll see what it turns into. Hopefully, you guys will follow me on there. You guys can catch me on Facebook, not under the moniker that I want, but you can catch me on my real name at Derek Thatcher. I'm not hard to find if you want to talk and chat wrestling. I love wrestling. I have always have. My brother's dad got me into it when I was about 5 years old, and I've been watching it. I've been a heavy fan of it ever since. I mean, Ultimate Warrior, Hulk Hogan, Andre the Giant, Brutus the Barber Beefcake, Honky Tonk Man, Ricky the Dragon, Steamboat, all of it. I love every single piece of wrestling. It truly is something that I care deeply about, and that's why I feel I can do this stuff. And I hope you guys get into it. I hope it's something that you guys tune into. If you guys want to put me up there and put me out there, that would be awesome. If not, then it is what it is. I'm not a hard person. I'm not somebody that's gonna beg or anything like that. I just want to try this and see how it goes, and see if there's something that I can do with it. If I can offer something for you guys and have you guys enjoy your time while you're listening to me and just rant off about wrestling or rant off about wrestling games or rant off about anything really. That if I can give you guys something that benefits you to any point, that's what the goal is on this. With the streaming, with the Facebook, with Instagram, with Twitter, with everything. That's if it adds value to your day, whether it gives you a laugh, whether it gives you something to think about, whether it gives you something to you know, any emotion really. If it just adds, if you're angry at me and you want to, email me or you want to chat me up on Facebook and you want to talk about it, then go, come on at me and we'll talk. I'm like I said, I'm not that hard to find, do anything. So just have a conversation with me. Do what you want to do. But I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day. I hope you guys enjoy NXT TakeOver. I hope WrestleMania for you is going to be a good day. The matches should be awesome. So have a good and blessed day. Enjoy your time with your family. Do things I would do and have fun with everything. All right. Bye.